Hey gang, I wanted to piggyback off of that previous video about farm subsidies and food stamps. So I was 3 days ago years old when I learned that the inception of food stamps was about farm subsidies. So poor people would be able to buy, fruits, vegetables, farm stuff to be able to keep the farms afloat. Food stamps aren't based off of feeding poor people. They are based off of poor people having access to produce. Poor people having access to produce so the farms can continue to exist. My mind was blown. Like, it just goes to show how insane the white supremacist propaganda in the United States is. I am just now learning this at 36 years old. They don't teach that shit in school. And I feel like I've always known what affirmative action is, but I'm just now learning all the details of DEI now that little bombs are dropping everywhere all over people's industries, especially farming. And like many of you, I grew up believing that DEI was like a quota system of you have to have this many non-white people on your staff to be DEI. And then I learned later that that's not true, but I didn't really learn the details of what it is. And now that I'm learning the details of what DEI is and how it affects a whole lot of people before it affects Black people having jobs, it's like, I don't have words for how all of these rural white people voted against taxes when it's blue states that pay more into federal taxes to be able to help fund them. It's so weird. Blue states are funding red states' DEI programs, basically, through taxes. And they just voted against that shit. Like, what? Now, that is an oversimplified long story short. Please go listen to people way more educated on the topic than I am to get the details. That was a very brief sum up what I just said. This is definitely one of those historical things where we're going to learn a lot from this tragedy, and hopefully the lesson sticks and we don't repeat this again. I just have no words for the level of stupidity that has consumed this country and this society. But we'll come out on the other end of it just like we come out on the other end of everything else.